Shalom, everyone. All right, welcome, Islam to all the Moors. Okay, welcome to the free Astro-Theology course. I'm Dr. Yasapa from Zion Law School. All right, let's get started. We will continue. Page 23, we're working on Aquarius. All right. All right. So Aquarius is, according to the author, Mark chapter 13, verse 1. That's where Aquarius begins, and it ends on chapter 14, verse 16, okay? All right. Main incidents, apocalyptic transformation. We covered that quite a bit in the last video. All of the last day prophecies, end time prophecies, Great Tribulation, the War of Armageddon, and then the Jewish tradition that the author mentions in the book of Joel that is apocalyptic and celestial. All right, so we talked about a lot of stuff, okay? A lot of stuff in the last video, so y'all go back and watch that. If you've already seen it, watch it again. Okay, watch it again. And I believe it's the book of Malachi talks about the sun, the wings of the sun. Y'all know that Egyptian image. It's the sun, the disk in the sky, and it has these wings. All right, go back and read that verse. It's in Malachi. I don't remember the verse. Okay, but it's the S-O-N sun. I'm sorry, the S-U-N sun that has these wings that are coming back, or that is coming back, okay? Not the S-O-N sun, but the not the S-O-N sun as in J.C. the Christ figure, but it is the S-U-N sun, okay, with these wings that's coming back. So y'all go check it out, Book of Malachi. All right, so apocalyptic transformations. This would be what? The end of one zodiacal age and the beginning of another. So as one zodiac age ends, another begins. There's death, destruction, decay, there's chaos. Okay, death, destruction, misery, so on and so forth. Okay, so apocalyptic transformation from one zodiacal age into another, which has been remixed as what? The end time prophecy, the Great Tribulation, and the War of Armageddon. Okay, progress. The man carrying a jar of water. The zodiacal keywords are the water bearer, future hopes, cosmopolitan ideas, and anarchy. All right, anarchy. If y'all can find a good definition of anarchy, the etymological meaning, put it in the description area of the video, okay? All right. Oh, boy, so let's begin. I have some time now. I'm not as rushed. Look at this chandelier, yo. This is actually beautiful. They have some of the most interesting and beautiful coffee shops in Vietnam. Okay, so this is traditional Vietnamese furniture. It looks like Chinese furniture, right? So this is a coffee shop. It's very elegant. Take a look at the chandelier. Those are parakeets. Y'all see the parakeets? Let me move closer so y'all can see. Hope y'all can see that. It's quite beautiful, right? Empress Roro writes, Shalawama. Shalawama Roro Islam. Can y'all see the parakeets there? Isn't that a beautiful chandelier? I've never seen a chandelier like that before. It's my first time. But this is a beautiful coffee shop. It's quite elegant. This is traditional Chinese furniture. Well, I guess Vietnamese, but there's a lot of Chinese influence in Vietnam. So this has a downstairs too. Okay, so it's very elegant here. But we're going to get into the lesson right now. All right, so y'all don't worry. This set right here, this set probably cost just looking at it, about 5,000 US dollars for the whole thing. The table, and it's solid wood, y'all. Okay? And then if you go down, you can see the staircase here. It's quite beautiful. There's so much variety in Vietnam. Anyway, I'm sitting here at this table. Okay, this is where I'm sitting. So let's get into our lesson. Hold on. It's quite nice here. So in Vietnam, one of the reasons why I like it so much is there's just so much variety of everything. You know. All right. I'm gonna get the camera. Right? Okay, so here we go. Here we are. All right. So let's begin on, what page are we on? Okay. So actually we are really almost done with Aquarius. Taya writes, good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so y'all, let's get started. Page. I want to quote some verses, but I'm not going to go into detail. But y'all go back and watch the other video, the video that I did just before this, okay? Because it's so profound here. I'm on page 198. But there are astrological images too. And for some reason we find yet again that the zodiacal motifs, that's the zodiac signs, right, are less clear in Mark than in Matthew. In verse 26, Mark writes, now we covered this in detail, thank you. We covered this in detail yesterday. Mark writes in Mark chapter 13, verse 26, at that time, men will see the Son of Man coming in clouds with great power and glory. Clouds, of course, are quote unquote water bearers. So water bearers, again, this is zodiacal, right? Who's a water bearer? Aquarius is the water bearer. So Christ is coming in the clouds. In the clouds bear water. In Aquarius, of course, clouds, of course, are quote unquote water bearers. But the parallel passage in Matthew is even more explicit, more specific, gives more detail than, is more explicitly Aquarian. Okay, so let's check it. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 30. At that time, the sign, okay, zodiac sign of the Son of Man will appear in the sky, and all the nations on earth will mourn. Okay, so remember, at the end of one zodiacal age and the beginning of another, there is what? Anguish of the nations, death, destruction, so on and so forth. So all the nations will mourn. All right? It continues. This is Matthew 24:30. They will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds on the sky. Y'all see that? The Son of Man coming on the clouds. The clouds are water bearers. So the Sun coming in Aquarius. Okay? With power and great glory. Glory is what? Light. So intense light, great glory. Y'all see that? If there's great light and there's ice, what's going to happen to the ice? Ice is going to start melting, right? I usually don't eat burger and fry, but I wanted to try it here. All right? So coming with great glory, great power. That means intense light. intense light. Intense, increase the intensity or the heat of the light, or the intensity of the light, ice will melt, right? The temperature of the atmosphere will change, and it will cause what? More storms, more rain, more storms. Y'all see it? Water, the water barrier. All right. Okay, y'all. Let's go to Matthew 24. And I'm going to go down a little bit more. A little earlier, Matthew reports that the question which prompts the whole discourse, in other words, there was a question, and the answer is in Matthew 24:30 that we just read. And here's the question. Tell us, when will these things be? What will be the sign of your coming, or your presence, literally, and the completion of the age, But the Bible translators changed it to the end of the world. Who changed it? The King James Bible translators changed it to the end of the world. Huh? But yet we are told that the King James Version, the authorized version, is the best version. In fact, a lot of the Hebrew Israelites will tell you that it's the only version that you can trust. But here you see, as I mentioned in the last video, changing that one word from coming, or literally presence, to the end of the world created a whole doctrine, a whole end time prophecy doctrine. Y'all see it? So you're being misled on multiple levels. I'm not going to go into the details. Y'all go back and watch the video just before this one. All right. I think it's number 41. Who is a man with a jar of water? I think it may be 41 or 42. No, 41 or 40, I don't remember. But y'all go back and get the details there. I just want to refresh your memory. Okay? Let's continue. The authorized version, that's the 1611 KJV, King James, translates this last phrase, quote unquote, the end of the world. But the Greek word is the genitive form of aeon, which means, quote unquote, space of time. See, a space of time is not the end of the world. That is the space of time. A lifetime is not the end of the world. A generation is not the end of the world. Period of history, that is not the end of the world. An indefinitely long period or age, that is also not the end of the world. So these definitions for the genitive form of the Greek word aeon comes from a book called Abbott Smith, page 15. So why did they do that? Why did they completely change the meaning of what J.C. the Christ figure said? Again, why did they completely change the meaning? Well, because they wanted to create a doctrine to capture you, to scare you to death, so that they can gain control over you. See it? That's what they did. Now, the only way you would know this is through etymology. That's the only way you would know it. You need to know etymology. You need to know about connotative linguistics and denotative linguistics. You need to know how to translate old or ancient documents that are written in different languages into English. You need to be able to do that. All right? That's why I offer the 101 Ancient Ibaryath course and the 506 The Curses course. That's why I do it, so you can learn these skills. This is all about freeing your mind. As I mentioned before, some people have asked me, what can I do with the information that I'm presenting? Oh man, they got that music blasted. Oh Lord. So they messed it up for me. Hopefully this won't get get the video copyright. Take a copyright strike. Anyway, so I don't think I'll come back here to live stream. But anyway, the point is this. I'm tempted to stop the video because if I go through this and YouTube takes it down, I have to turn around and do the video again. I'm gonna end it here, y'all. Sorry about that. I'll see y'all on the next one.